Welcome to National Stadium, Karachi, and we're here for Eliminator 2. Multan Sultans are taking on Lahore Qalandars, and Karachi Kings await in the final. The winner of this goes into the final. Last chance for these teams. And after that great game, Multan Sultans, Karachi Kings, that famous super over, Karachi Kings went into the final. Lahore Qalandars against Peshawar played a brilliant game, very professional outlook from Lahore Qalandars, and they now play Multan Sultans in this Eliminator 2. This man on screen, the pace that Qalandars have, the bowling unit that they have, they will be banking on them to get them through yet again to their first ever PSL final. A little while ago is the coin toss. Shan Masood called perfectly, won the toss, and they've elected to bowl first. Lahore Qalandars, well, the same team that played in the previous game. They look at Hafiz and Dunk as power, but the bowling unit, Dilbar, Shine and Rauf, will provide pace and firepower. Norm, Multan Sultans are very powerful outset them too.
Yeah, they're a good team, and I think although they lost the game, I think you heard Shan Masood say they actually tied the game, so they didn't actually lose it. But one change, Junaid Khan comes in for Mohammed Irfan, so a little bit more pace, a bit more agility in the field as well. So just one change for the Multan Sultans, and I cannot wait for this. This is going to be a cracker tonight on a different pitch, and you know about this pitch.
On a cracking pitch, I think it looks better than the pitch before, and maybe more runs on it, but with the dew, I think chasing will be a slight advantage. But it's all set up to be a perfect game, a powerful game, and we'll be with that live action just in a bit. Picturesque National Stadium, Karachi, and we're ready for a huge Eliminator 2. Lahore Qalandars versus Multan Sultans. Multan Sultans, they won the toss and they've elected to bowl first, so that means that Lahore Qalandars openers will be walking out, and they've got the task of setting the target. Chasing has been the way to go in the PSL on this venue. 7 out of 10 games have been won chasing, and clean hitting and clean hands, the order of the day. Cool and cool for the umpires.
2 experienced umpires as well for this, Baz. Eliminator, Michael Goff. It's all set to be a cracker here. Remember, whatever happens tonight, we're going to have a new winner of the Pakistan Super League this season. We know that Karachi Kings are going to be there on Tuesday. Who will be with them? Will it be the Multan Sultans? Will it be the Qalandars?
Yep, everybody hoping for a Lahore Karachi final. Well, most of Pakistan, but I think South Punjab, Multan Sultans, they'll be hoping that they go to the final and in the end win with that experienced side. Keeping their distance, 2 bats apart, social distancing. Fakhr Zaman and Tamim Iqbal, 2 left-handers. Trying to get a word out of the batsman, and फखर कैसे हैं आज? पिच थोड़ा बेहतर लग रहा है, क्या प्लान है?
प्लान यही है कि बस देखेंगे पिच को, अगर पहले 1-2 ओवरों में अंदाज़ा लगाएंगे और अगर पिच अच्छा खेला तो हम भी इंशाल्लाह बड़ा स्कोर करने की कोशिश करेंगे।
चेसिंग में फ़ायदा है तो ये लगता है आपको कि 10 या 20 रन ज़्यादा बनाने होंगे?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, जो क्योंकि बाद में ड्यू फैक्टर भी होगा, तो हम लोग यही कोशिश करेंगे कि जितना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा स्कोर कर सकें तो हमारे लिए अच्छा होगा।
चलें देखते हैं, गुड लक।
थैंक यू।
Fakhr Zaman just saying that they might just want 10-20 runs more because of the fact that there'll be a slight bit of dew and the ball will come on to the bat well.
It's just great that you were able to do that, and that's the brilliant to have Spider Cam so close and to get the little chats. Yesterday we had a brilliant chat with Ramiz Raja and talking to Wahab Riaz, wasn't he, at that crucial stage, and unfortunately the Zalmi couldn't get through. Tamim Iqbal, who looked in a little bit of form yesterday, that little flick of his hip for 6 was a beautiful shot, and I'm sure we'll be trying to, well, he'll be trying to get a few more of them today. Interesting to see where they go. Looks like they're going to go Adam Lyth again because of the 2 left-handers. Fakhr Zaman, who you just talked to, look at that strike rate.
Yes, one leg.
No one needs to blink here.
But they need to breathe. They do need to breathe, because this is a big game. You need to be calm and collected, Dom. First over specialist, apparently. Off spinner to 2 left-handers.
Well, they did this yesterday, didn't they? Adam Lyth, who does this for Yorkshire in the T20 Blast in England, and does well bowling in the power play. He's up against 2 very fine players.
Is that a no ball? Do I spot the first free hit? Yes, it is. Eliminator signals a free hit, so action straight away. The specialist just overstepping. Yeah, it is over. Free hit. Fakhr Zaman. Oh, he gets away with that into the pads. Fucker misses out.
Well, it's poor discipline from him first up, Adam Lyth, to bowl a no ball, but to then recover and to bowl that line and to get it between the legs of Fakhar Zaman, it's brilliant. So now he needs to say, breathe, breathe, Adam Lyth. You're trying to rush it too quickly. And I understand why, because you want to get through the over. But in some ways you can just give the momentum in one over to the opposition. Just think about wickets here.
That's the single, but two left-handers on strike, but Fakhar Zaman in this PSL 2020. Nicely done. We saw a lot of these yesterday. Ricochets on, but
look at Aleem Dar as well. Look at that.
Turned away leg side. There'll be a couple of runs. But yes, Multan Sultans rely a lot on stats, and Fakhar Zaman in this PSL 2020, you just see him whipping away on the leg side. He struggles against spin. He's averaging 12.8 at a strike rate of 116.36. So
well, just think about what Multan Sultans do really well. They do a lot on analysis. They work out matchups, head-to-heads, what works, and they think that Lyth will work against left-handers.
It's in the air and just over the top, and will trickle away into the fence. So a boundary to end the first over. It's 9 without loss.
Left arm over.
He's been busy straight away. No ball in that first over. Michael Goff has been a terrific umpiring form in these past year or so. And now it's Sohail Tanveer.
He's got to try and look to swing it away, because there's a big gap, as you can see, mid-wicket. From that angle, there's a big gap going towards mid-wicket, and if it just angles in, it's going to really help these two left-handers. He's an experienced man. Bowled the super over yesterday and conceded 13.
Next one, Tannen. It's 5 left.
So he needs to have all his wits about him here. Slip in place. I like that Adam Lyth is sitting there for a little nick if he can get it away. Got to try and look to swing it.
Down the leg side. But I ask you this, Tom, yesterday or last night, it was a great game. Super over, went down to the wire, Multan lost. That takes a lot out of you emotionally as well as physically. And now to turn up again for another knockout game the very next day. And you can see it all. PTV Sports, Geo Super Pakistan, Hum Masala in the UK, Sky New Zealand, Eurosport India, live streaming as well. YouTube for the rest of the world, Pakistan with those apps. But lovely cover drive, classy cover drive. Tamim Iqbal announces himself.
Yeah, it's overpitched. Overpitched. Skidded on. Angle is taking it back into Tamim. Just look at this. Maybe collapses that back leg, but just watch his hands. See how the back face comes through. He's a beautiful player when he's in this form. He's very hard to stop. It is the Brighto colourful drive. in the slot, I can assure you that. I'll come back to your question about back-to-back games in a minute. And the reason why I say it, he's looking for 2 and will pick up 2. It's Imran Tahir. Maybe he will slightly struggle. And just remember, live streaming in Pakistan. Stream the game exclusively live on bsport.pk, tammad.com. Live streaming internationally, youtube.com/c/Pakistan Super League official. Yeah, to get back what I was talking to. In England, what we have is a finals day where we play the 2 semi-finals and a final in the same day. And although it is it's a big day domestically, physically and mentally it does take it out, but you get used to it. So I'll come back to your question now. I've explained where I'm going to get to. Is I don't think it does take a lot out of you, because it is only 20 overs. It's a big game, I understand that. I had an argument with Scott Styris, who I know was listening in New Zealand, about back-to-back games. As a bowler, you bowl 4 overs, but it's a chance of getting to a final. They didn't lose the game really, they tied it and they lost in a super over. So in some ways they should be up for today, ready to go, ready to get either Multan Sultans or Qalandars into that final. It was a long-winded answer, I'm sorry about that.
Beautiful delivery. The one that just sort of nips away. Normally his ball coming back into the left-hander. This one just takes off the other way.
Yeah, this is what he's looking to try and do. Look at the seam, and it just goes away. Beautiful bowling, and that's why he has the slip in place. Remember how important it is for both sides to get through this power play.
Yeah, but the bowling unit is very experienced for Multan Sultans. Good end to the over from Sohail Tanveer. 2 gone, it's 18 without loss. Qalandars unchanged, just a 1 change for Multan Sultan. Junaid Khan coming in for Mohammad Irfan. And a change in the bowling too. It's going to be Ilyas, who bowled a terrific last 20th over last night. And I think with this newish ball, he'll just get the ball to nip away from the left-handers. He's got a deep square leg and a 3rd man.
Well, he defended 7, didn't he? He defended 7 last night. He only conceded 6. That meant that there was that super over. And they didn't stick with him, and they went with Sohail Tanveer to bowl the super over. And that went for 13. So maybe while he was hot and he was raring and he was bowling York as well, they perhaps should have stuck with him. But in hindsight, it's always easy. Sohail Tanveer is an exceptional bowler.
Yeah, just the angle. That's the angle that he'll work on. The ball moving away from the left-hander. He hits the pitch and gets the ball to even seam away from the left-hander. And with the hard new ball, he'll get it through.
He just skidded through. And we saw that last night, didn't we? The first game, I know it's a different pitch, just the ball seemed to just sit in the pitch, and then as it got a little bit darker, A little bit of dew came. There's definitely a little bit more skiddiness, a little bit more bounce. That is going to just say to Sham Masood and talking to Mohamed Ilyas is to put a slip in place. So Adam Lyth has gone to that slip position because of that last delivery.
In the air, over the top, races away to the fence.
Yeah, that's the problem, because once you show Tamim where you're going to bowl, he's such a good player that he's going to think, I'm going to throw my hands at this, and once I get it up and over backward point, third man isn't going to stop this. So you can't get too wide to him. You have to look to go from middle and leg stump across him. That's what you've got to look to do. You've got a little bit of security on the leg side with a deep mid-wicket. You cannot go too wide. He'll just throw his hands at it and it'll be an easy boundary.
Throws his hands at it again and back-to-back boundaries.
Yeah, a few problems here. Too much width. And whether that is because the slip went in place and it pushed the bowler to go wider, but he's got to look to bowl that line straighter. It has to be more at middle and leg going across him. Once you give any good batsman in this form of the game any width, they're just going to try and get the hands through the ball and hit it over the infield.
Better straighter, appeal for caught behind, I reckon, because that was pitching outside leg. Alim Dar says just off the pad. Will they go upstairs?
I think also Alim Dar's saying it's height. He doesn't think he's hit it. He's saying it's definitely going over the stumps. But whether they think there's a little bit of an inside edge. Does he gamble? Too late. We saw this last night with Faf du Plessis, where he hit his pad and then afterwards there was a little nick. Even though he's still shaking his head on the way back to South Africa, he's still out.
I reckon that ball pitched outside leg as well.
But that's the line. That's exactly where he's got to bowl at him.
Yeah, outside leg. If it's not going to swing back in, it's very difficult to get the ball in onto the stumps while pitching in line with the stumps. He's gone fuller, just outside edge for a single. 3 gone, 27 without loss. Well, head-to-heads, but this is a big game. It's a playoff, and I think that won't be in Lahore Qalandars or Multan Sultans' mind. Whip to the leg side. Imran Tahir has work to do. Full length dive, not enough.
Well, he dived last night, didn't he? And posed after he'd taken the catch. This time he couldn't get there. But a poor delivery really, with the man set behind. And talk about a little bit of in-swing to the left-hander. He's not happy, Sahil Tanvir. Whether that's due to the fact it's Imran Tahir or he's in the wrong position, he is certainly behind square.
Sprints in yet again. He's in the firing line. Is Imran Tahir. Cheers. Beautiful.
You've always got to have a tuple tea, and it's always tuple tea time.
It's always that moment.
Always. Absolutely every minute of the day. Just need a nice biscuit. Beautiful.
But I tell you what, I'll go back to that question that I asked you. Sohail Tanveer, 35 years age. Shahid Afridi. Tamim Iqbal now. Aerial, maximum.
First HBL 6 so far tonight. Runs down the wicket at Sohail Tanveer. Decided that they need to be aggressive in this power play. You spoke to Thacker before the game started. He talked about they needed to get that 20 runs more because of perhaps the dew. And they know how important it is to win this first power play. Be aggressive. Look to hit the bowler off their length. That's exactly what's happened at the moment. 27 from 16 for Tamim.
Again down the wicket. Lahore, a very powerful batting lineup. And in T20 cricket, you need to hit maximums. You need to hit the ball out of the ground. And Lahore Qalandars, the back end of the PSL, started off poorly, but they've got into the playoffs, and they've got into the playoffs because of their chasing ability and because of their big hitting ability. And it shows. 84 sixes. They've always been a powerful batting unit who can hit the ball out of the ground. But Koki, people like Sohail Tanveer, 35 years old, Shahid Afridi, a young 40-year-old, Imran Tahir, even younger 41-year-old, back-to-back games, high pressure, high intensity games, and you're claiming they'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
Absolutely fine.
Absolutely fine. For him, it's 4 overs. Same as for Afridi, a bit of batting as well. Imran Tahir, it's fine. They're experienced enough players. They know what they need to do. They'll be fine. Of course, you know, they're not 21-year-olds. And it is probably going to be a little bit sore today. But think about what there is at the end of the line, winning the game. It's a final. This is what they're still playing for, to play in big games, playing finals.
Short wide. 4. 4 gone, 42 without loss.
Off to a flyer, Qalandars. Tamim, 27, has looked pretty special. Fakhr a little circumspect, and that's been his form of late. Not as fluent as you want him to be up front. Two left-handers of different scale and styles. Fakhr and Tamim Iqbal. Tamim, a lot more assured, his feet movement, a lot better, positive intent to hit the ball. While his front foot is stretched, gets to the pitch of the ball. Junaid Khan's career has been a bit up and down. Struggling career, not been a regular for Pakistan in the last couple of seasons. But he puts in his heart and soul. He's a great trier, and you see a lot of variations from him as well. Jonty here with me. Jonty, I read this pitch initially as a tough surface to bat. It looked a bit rough. Is it because how they bowl that the scoreboard is flying?
Well, listen to Mark Butcher as he delivered his pitch report earlier on. He said there was a bit more of a sheen and not as rough as yesterday's pitch. And you think of the power plays that we had, none of them got to 40 in the yesterday's game. And today they've played, the opening batters have played superbly well, but a bit more of a shine as opposed to a sort of tacky look to that wicket. But we haven't seen a lot of change of pace. Yesterday the bowlers didn't really have to because the wicket was doing it for them. So you spoke about Junaid, good skills. He's going to have to use all of them in the rest of the power play.
He'll always get a good response from Fakhr. He's a nimble runner, nimble-footed. Right, we've got a stat and a positive stat for a change from Mazza. Fakhr, first Lahore batsman, 1000 runs in PSL cricket. So his handwriting needs a lot of improvement, Mazza. You better work on your runs bit.
I think he passed it to me. I was wearing my glasses, so I was the safer bet of the two up here, Rambo.
Oh, gone. I think it was a close thing for Tamim Iqbal. He's struggling. Is it just a tap? Direct hit, I think it's... Yeah, about a mile away from his target. Tamim Iqbal.
Kushdil knows there was a huge opportunity. The Multan Sultans need to pull something back. This power play has run away with them, or from them at this stage. So, Junaid Khan, power play, 6 middle, 7, death 7. So he does have the skills. It's pretty good economy rates.
That's gone up in the air. This should be out. Who's calling for it? Khushbil Shah takes the catch. It's a top edge. And it's Tamim Iqbal who's departed. Maybe ball coming onto the back a little slower than what he thought. Top edging it in a nice, easy take for Khushbil. Multan Sultans are off the mark.
Yeah, they needed this breakthrough. You spoke about Junaid, change of pace, his skills. That's a top edge almost onto the helmet. Kushdil quick to call, gets his hands up nice and high. A comfortable catch, delight for Junaid. He didn't play yesterday. He's in the team just for this to take polls for his team. Tamim Iqbal's gone, a really well played 30. Lahore now 46 for 1.
Sohail Akhtar is the skipper. He's at number 3. He's a bit of a basher. Hits it pretty hard. What are the numbers? Pretty decent number for Sohail Akhtar. Just got to make sure that you don't break your wrist on a pitch like this because it's a slow track. And Tamim Iqbal there trying to whack the ball off his pads, off his thigh, and top edging it to Khushbil Shah. Slip's been installed for the new batsman. Points been sent back. Third man coming in. And Jubilee safe hands. Khushdil Shah is a neat fielder. Nicely taken. There could have been a little bit of confusion with 3 men converging on that top edge.
Yeah, the only one who didn't know where that had gone was Tamim Iqbal. 3 other guys were converging on it.
Beautifully bowled, lift and movement. Didn't have the edge though. 46 for 1.
Change right arm over, guys.
Tamim Iqbal was looking glorious. 30 of just 20 balls, played some very nice cover drives. Fakhr on sedate 13, he's on strike to Mohammad Ilyas. None for 9 of his 1 over.
Junaid's got great wrist position. I'm not sure if it's a wrist position only or a bit of assistance from the pitch. That's got good climb through to the keeper. It's carried really well. Off a good length.
Leg stump, Sohail. 1 leg.
I think there's probably a little puff of dust when that ball hit that good length. Great placement. He didn't have the center of the willow, but it was the placement that did the job in the end. 50 is raised as well for Lahore Qalandars.
Yeah, I think the key here is just hasn't tried to force anything. He's used the pace. Mohammad Ilyas has got some gas as a young fast bowler. He doesn't get a lot of bounce, but really well pushed through the offside. Raced away.
We haven't seen a lot of variations from Multan Sultans' paces. I think a little area where they need to concentrate a bit more.
I think especially Sohail Tanveer. I mean, he's such a skillful bowler. He only bowled, I think, 1 of the slow balls in that first spell of his. Ilyas himself, he uses his pace. He's a skiddy bowler, possibly still a youngster. I mean, he's one of the emerging players. Needs to develop that sort of skill. You can't just have pace, because if good players get on it, it will race away. So developing that change-up, very, very important. We saw how well he bowled yesterday. He's back at it again today, but need to develop those variation skills.
It's been called a wide, but the idea is right. He just struggles a little bit with that length on middle and leg stump. Problem with T20 format is that it doesn't allow you a lot of time to settle down, so Fakhr has got to go with guns blazing. 14 from 11, slow start for him. Once again trying to hit the ball hard and will finally take a run, but it was a nervous walkabout from him.
Yeah, Riley Rousseau, I could see when he got the ball, he was really hesitant. Fakhr trying to hit the ball hard. Riley Rousseau was almost in 2 minds. Imran Tahir, he's been travelling. Yesterday he had a busy day in the field. Today He didn't get off the boundary. As a fielding coach, you're looking for your players. You need that. It's been such a good power play for Qalandars so far. A run-out would be a really important part. So you want your fielders to be backing up right off the boundary. But Imran Tahir, I don't know, 40, he's doing well to even be here.
Out, catch taken. Beautifully held. Riley Russo there adjusting to that flight. A flick going horribly wrong in the end because it just went wham bam, wanted to crash it over the fence, found the fielder perfectly.
Yeah, it's towards the end of the power play, so trying to maximize it, Lahore. Riley Russo, he's just given the single away, and now he's on the boundary. He flicks it, gets all of it, but unfortunately he gets all of Riley Russo. Jubilee safe hands on the boundary, keeping an eye on not stepping on the boundary ropes. Delightful Ilyas and his team. Lahore now 54 for 2.
It's an excellent start by Lahore Qalandars. So even though they've lost a couple of wickets, but it still allows them a bit of breathing space, especially for Hafiz. He can have a few sighters and then get cracking. 9.26 is the rate they're working at. Missing the ball on the pads, so a very good over comes to an end. 54 for 2. Ilyas, a pleasant young fellow. And a smile on his face. Right, the power play is done and dusted. 54 for the loss of 2. So they've been given a platform here, Qalandars. Racing this innings at 9 and over.
Now what I like here, watch Riley Russo, how quickly he backpedals. Gets back really quickly. And he anchors that back foot, making sure he doesn't go across the rope or stand on the advertising. Delight.
Yeah, because for a second you're blinded. You don't know at what pace the ball is coming at you, and you've got to judge the flight trajectory as well.
That was looking like coming straight into the studio on that replay. Awesome work, Spider Cam.
Spider Cam has been in the news for all the good reasons. Spider Cam management is Austrian, so not Australian but Austrian, and really to capture that moment for a non-cricketer really was pretty special. We love you, Austrians. Thomas on the left and Alex on the right. We just made them world-renowned. smashed into the gap. That'll be controlled by Imran Tahir. Now, Multan Sultans are very big on numbers. And they field the 11 looking at the strengths of the opposition, how to nullify the strengths. And so one strength of Lahore Qalandars is Hafiz, and his batting against pace has been brilliant. But his record against spin is not that flashy. So I was expecting Shan Masood really to bring in a Shahid Afridi or an Imran Tahir against Hafiz, because you're best served bringing in a leg spinner when a batsman is young at the crease before he settles down.
Yeah, so the average batting first in Karachi is 170.
He'll boss the medium pace. That's into the gap, and he's off and running. Splendid start, splendid fall.
Yeah, you've spoken about his strike rate against pace. Carrying on from yesterday, a really well played 70-odd, took his side across the line straight away, just back of a length from Junaid. The form that he's in, Mohammad Hafiz, he just says thank you very much. Not the biggest guy, doesn't have to hit it over the boundary rope. It's a big vacant outfield. Saying that has now changed. Shahid Afridi has gone to deep mid-wicket, trying to cover that gap. But to your point, Rambo, yeah, they are. Multan Sultans, very prominent on that like versus like. Surprised there hasn't been more spin introduced straight away.
Well, the scene on the leg side has been transformed dramatically. The canvas has changed. More protection on the leg side now for Hafiz. You just can't go short on this pitch. It has to be variations, maybe a slow bouncer rather than a regular seam-up bouncer. It stands up so nicely for the batsman really to play that pull or hook shot.
Yeah, still going back to your point about variation, we haven't seen a great deal of it. So, especially against players, Tamim Iqbal used the pace so well, you have to change it up.
The thing with Fakhr at the crease is that he's always going to pose a threat to you or against you, because he's a mighty striker of the ball, and if he can find his rhythm and form midway through the innings, he can be absolutely lethal. 181 is the projected score. They carry on at this pace, they should be there. I don't know whether wickets in hand work wonders in T20 cricket. It's the form, and what you get instantly is the way forward. 2 down for 62. Right, as expected, on the button, on the money, bringing in a spinner against two guys who do not have a great record against spin. Imran Tahir is colourful, he's so passionate about his game. Here he comes with an angular run-up. Banks on accuracy, doesn't get a lot of turn, but he attacks the stumps most times.
Yeah, he just likes to bowl wicket to wicket. It's a good length that he always bowls, wants you to go across the line.
That's out. Probably hit him a little high. They're going to confer, they're going to wait. DRS timer is on, and they're going for it.
Yes, copy that. TVM High to Director. Review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Start with check front foot. Yes. Fair delivery. Move on to spin vision, please. Yeah. Can I have ultrage, please? Yeah. Okay. Waiting for ultrage. Ultrage, yeah. Forward. Roll forward. Yeah, forward. Yes, flat line. Thank you. Yeah, ball tracking when ready, please. Yeah, ball tracking is coming up. Yes, pitching outside. Yeah, go to the on-field umpire. Yeah, Gafi, you on screen. Stay with your original decision, pitching outside the leg.
Brilliant
you on
decision.
screen now.
Brilliant decision, because it was inches away from that zone, from that mat, and he read it perfectly, and as did Jonty Rhodes.
Never ask Imran Tahir if it's out. As a cat, never go to Imran. It's always out.
We'll try again. Don't worry about that. Imran Tahir is in. I think you're playing the sweep shot at your own peril against him, because he's so wicket to wicket. He's quick through the air. He doesn't allow you time at all to go across the line. Look at that theatre that was created by him. Didn't get any response from the umpire. Then he went pleading to his captain.
And really is a great decision. It really was a great decision. Tough call from the umpire. He just gets one shot at it in real time. Great call.
Into the gap for a run. Sunridge, ताकत सब करने की contest. चक्की का आटा. Fabulous. Oh, I think he wasn't interested. Imran Tahir was not interested at all, because it was bullet-like hit.
Good use of the feet, and Imran Tahir had only one thought: don't hit me, do not hit me. Other than that, it's all okay.
Great reaction from the umpire as well. He was having nothing of it as well. Ooh, too hot to handle. Eight done, 69 for 2.
Shahid Afridi in the crease for the first time with ball in hand. Bakr Zaman just happy to manipulate the ball into the leg side for a single. Good evening, Uruj. Lovely to see you. We thought we'd lost you last night, leaving the ground.
Likewise, Butch. Absolutely horrific. You guys left me behind last night.
Never ever leave a lady, ever. There's some poor communication. I'm pretty sure it was Bazid Khan's fault that we left you behind.
Always is. He's never up to any good, is he?
Into the outfield. not timed. Imran here with the enthusiasm of a man half his age. Gets the ball back in. He's got that yellow headband on once again, and the mullet bouncing around over the back of his neck. What do you imagine a par scorer is batting first here? This pitch looks better than yesterday's.
You were down at the pitch and you mentioned it's got a little bit of sheen over it. Looks like the ball will come on to the bat. And Lahore's done well here. Thought they played the overs up front particularly well. So they would be looking at something around 170, 175. It is a big match. The pressure's on. Having said that, teams chasing have 80% of the win record. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, for sure. My feeling was that it would be fairer. You mentioned the due, that it would be fairer for the team batting first. And of course, Qalandars, who've been a magnificent chasing side in this year's HBL PSL, have got the likes of Dunk, Samit, Faizan, don't forget David Visa as well. So they bat deep, and perhaps their most explosive players haven't been at the crease yet. Fakir has really struggled to get any sort of timing going. 26 from 23 now. He didn't face a great deal of the bowling in the early part of the innings. Tamim found himself on strike, and it seems to have affected Fakir's timing. Shahid Afridi just saying to him, is that all you've got? Where somebody deflated your guns? Quick single, should get through easy. Tidy over from Shahid Afridi, and it's 75 for 2. Tahir and Shahid Afridi in tandem for the Multan Sultans. Tahir is the highest wicket taker, highest leg spin wicket taker in T20 history, 382. Shahid Afridi is second, 340. You know who number 3 is? Ruji?
Yeah, I do. Rashid Khan.
I can't catch you out, can I? Despite the fact that you got in at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, Rashid Khan is absolutely correct.
Rashid only 22. It'll be interesting to see the number of games he's played compared to Imran Tahir and Shahid Afridi. So
absolutely, yeah.
if Mazhar can find that out for us.
327 wickets I think Rashid Khan has taken, so he's just behind Shahid Afridi. 237 matches for the Afghanistan spinner. 319 for Shahid Afridi. There's a fair chance he's going to overhaul both of them, probably before he's 25.
Well, Faiz had a spectacular game last evening. He just seems to keep getting better with age. And he's going to play another handy knock here if Lahore want to get a place in that all-important final.
Googly bit and turn, but Hafiz coped with it okay. And it's just 3 runs from the 10th over, 78 for 2. Partnership is 24 from 25, so Hafiz and Fakhr need to put the foot down or make way for somebody who will. Googly from Imran Tahir. Turned quite appreciably, but Hafiz was wise to it. Nick, and through the hands of the keeper. Chance for Afridi.
Yeah, Lala probably not thrilled with that effort behind. Goes on to him very quickly. Zishan Ashraf there, not grabbing that cleanly. Could have been the end of Hafiz.
Run!
Fakhr in particular not having the best of T20 runs. He was the player of the tournament, the national T20 that took place a couple of weeks ago with 4 and 20 runs. But then again, Zimbabwe only managed 21, 5 and 19. Struggled to get off. Clearly not timing it particularly well here as well. But what would you think? He should just go at it completely, break his shackles? Not working for him.
Well, at this point in the innings, absolutely. I think Fakhr is doing his team more harm than good with 28 from 25, particularly when you consider that his strike rate against spin is down at 116. You've got the 2 leg spinners on. Ben Dunk, who's in to come in next, his strike rate against the spinners is nearly 200. So get him out of the hutch and get him out in the middle. Up in the air, this could be the chance. No. Seemed to be running in quicksand there, Ravi Bopara, as he made his way back from backward point.
Afridi could have had 2 wickets in this over. Hafiz is not timing that one. Ravi Bopara running back. Fell short there in the end. That's exactly what's happening. Fakhr's innings is probably adding pressure onto Hafiz, having him hit out as well. So Lahore Qalandars is in a bit of a sticky situation.
Well, I mean, if you're Multan Sultans, you try and keep them both in the way it's going at the moment. There's no disrespect meant to Fakhr or to Mohammed Hafiz, who played so beautifully last night. But at the minute, keep them both out there. Here's the chance for Ravi Bopara. Perhaps a little bit cruel. It was a very, very tough chance, and he's still very fit, Ravi Bops. It's another really tidy over. The leg spinners are putting a grip on this game. 4 from it, 82 for 2. It's a time for the Tapal Danadar strategic timeout. 10 seconds left of the Tapple Danadar strategic timeout. A very delicious drop it is too. You know how us English gentlemen enjoy our cup of tea with a little finger poking out, Uruj?
Well, here's how Afridi bowled his previous over. Getting some spin, not afraid to toss the ball up. Well, had half a chance there with Rabi Bopara running back. And the two men in the middle struggling to score. Well, Afridi looks like he's leading that team meeting.
Well, they've really put the brakes on, haven't they? Afridi and Imran Tahir. Should probably bowl 8 overs through the middle, off the reel, the two of them, the way they're going. And if Qalandars don't get Ben Dunk out into the middle toot sweet, then they're missing a massive opportunity. Do you think this pitch is a little bit better? Do you think sort of a par score is more towards the 180 mark on this surface? And don't forget, of course, the team chasing may well have the advantage of a bit of dew out there as well. So a wriggle on is what's required for the Qalandars. Googly again, but full toss this time.
Well, more than a wriggle, I guess. The two leg spinners out there have tied the scoring down, giving away 13 in the last 3. Single coming out the first one here, so they'll have to get a massive move on here.
Yeah, only one boundary in the last 4 overs. With all that firepower sat in the dugout. Miscue into the ankle of Mohammed Hafiz. I wonder if his bones are feeling a bit sore this morning after his exploits last night.
Inside edge onto the pads. Zishan Ashraf was quick, but he was in. Put in that big stretch to get his back foot back in.
Well, that deserved hitting. It really did. And Hafiz has found the gap and broken the boundary shackles.
Yeah, he was quick onto that. Hafiz bisected the boundary riders very well. Went back, picked up the length very early on and gave that big swing. Should have been 4 all along.
It's the sort of delivery that the club cricketers would call a pie. He just dragged it down. In fact, Hafiz did well to put it away. Oh, that's straight up in the air. Tahir is after it. I don't think he's going to get there. Going back to that previous delivery, it was such a bad ball. You don't expect that from Imran Tahir, and it almost surprised Mohammed Hafiz.
He followed it up with a good delivery, then creating a chance, but landing in that vacant leg side with just the 2-pound boundary riders on the ring there. Just the one big Manhattan. We'll have to do more than that then, Butch.
Yeah, I mean, they were consistent, weren't they, during the power play, and were going okay up until sort of the 9th over, I guess. Fakhr is just lacking any intent really now. Seems to have gone into his bunker. 30 from 28 now. And I think it really is time with there's plenty of time left, plenty of overs, plenty of balls left. But Ben Dunk sat in the pavilion. You really ought to be taking a few more chances. Goes big, exactly what the doctor ordered, and it's gone all the way for an HBL 6. 94 for 2 now. Afridi's throwing it up. Hit down the ground and Afridi gets his man. Hafiz is out of here.
Soon as we come on, Baz, it always happens. We can't keep out of the action. Neither can the young Shahid Afridi. Easy catch for Adam Lyth. And another wicket to add to that tally for Afridi. Not Hafiz's night tonight. 19, he goes for 94 for 3.
Ben Dunn comes in and he's been terrific in this year's PSL. Against spin, he's been phenomenal. But right now, it's Shahid Afridi into his third over. Just gone for 10, created a couple of chances in his first over. Or second over, and he's got rid of Hafiz, marshalling his field. And you think that these leg spinners have got Multan back in the game. Well, I tell you what, Dom can clear any field at any time.
He can, but he's got to get himself in first, because what Qalandars can't allow to happen now is lose a couple of wickets quickly, because then all of a sudden then Multan will be favourites to go on and win the game. This is the end of Mohammed Hafiz, man of the match last night.
Very well bowled, Lala, very well bowled, very well bowled.
It's just suiting Shahid Afridi, and he's straight away found the right pace.
He desperately wanted to say something then, and he looked at the big screen and he knew he was on the big screen, so he just had to look. He's looking at the big screen, he's looking up. No, I'm not going to say anything, I'll leave it.
One, yes. Very well bowled,
Just a lull in the game, but to fix that lull,
What does it actually say on my teacup here?
it's you, me, and 1 cup of chai. Chai, as you know, tea.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
But here we go. I think this is the wicket to get. Ben Dunn walks in. There's a slip in place. And I think Shan Masood and Afridi know that they need to get rid of him ASAP.
Very well bowled,
He's
very well
down
bowled,
the
Lala.
ground, just a single. He's been partial to Lahore. All his sixes have been hitting Lahore, has done Dunn. I think you've been partial to Karachi. You like Karachi more? Islamabad?
What, as in the city or the actual team?
City.
Oh, I like all the cities.
Nice and diplomatic from Dom, as 13 gone is 97 for 3.
Okay.
Adam Lyth. Well, apparently been told by two Englishmen that he's just a first over specialist, and it's showing his second over, which is actually the 14th over of the game, starts off with a smash down the ground.
Yeah, I can understand why they think now is a time to bowl a bit of off spin, but he very rarely spins the ball. He normally comes back in, and he is a specialist in the power play because he bowls flat and as quick as possible. And Thacker and Ben Dunk, 100 comes up, will be after him.
Hits it past cover, gets it past cover, into the fence.
Yeah, back-to-back boundaries. Not sure this was a good idea from Shah Masood. Plans, obviously, you know you're going to get them with Multan Sultans, with matchups, head-to-heads. But it's always a gamble.
Top edge, plan works, Sohail Tanvir with the catch. Fakhr's the man, dismissed.
Well, he does get a little bit of spin. Andy Flower justified. I knew I was right to bowl this man. Head-to-head works, gets a little bit of spin, creates a little bit of spin. And it's a big wicket, maybe a wicket that might help Qalandars because it's the end of Thacker, who's gone for 46 from 36. Easy catch for Sohail Tanvir.
And Fakhr's chucked it away. Out for 46 is 1 of 5 for 4.
Turn around, Samit. Round side.
Jan bhai, bahir karna bahir.
Samit Patel
Sorry bhai
to the offside. The call is for 2. They get 2. I think the moment of truth now with Samit and Dunk at the crease.
Just grips, doesn't it? And he holds it back quite nicely. He stayed round the wicket for Samit Patel. Bit of a misfield. He'll only pick up 1. Simple catch really for Sohail Tanvir it was. What was he doing really? Thacker Zaman, he just struggled to get pace of the pitch, pace of his innings. And maybe this is good for the Qalandars that these two at the crease now can get a partnership and see if they can get to 160, 170.
Maybe that interview with Spider-Cam right at top of the innings did not work for Fakhr.
Well,
Added
no.
pressure.
I think
he lost all his rhythm.
I think speaking to you, definitely.
It's a wonder you survive. Little paddle sweep. Another call for 2. Dunn coming back will make it comfortably. 13 off. It's 108 for 4. Shahid Afridi last over, he's bowled 3 and just gone for 13.
How many times Shahid Afridi has had a selfie? How many times he's had a selfie in his life? Shahid Afridi, Oppo selfie.
Not many. Maybe 15, 16 times per hour.
Big little period here. Next couple of overs, Multan Sultans looking for wickets.
And there you go. Looking for wickets, and they've got one with spin and leg spin. Sharp spin from Shahid Afridi.
Any T20 side around the world wants Bazid Khan and Dominic Cork on commentary when they want wickets. We deliver. We are the postmen. Little bit of drift, little bit of turn. Ben Dunk, thanks for coming. Off your pop. Goes to 3. Unlucky number. 111 for 5.
A landslide for Lahore. 111 for 5. And it's spin to win right now with Shahid Afridi getting bowled. Dart back in, hits middle and leg. Ben Dunk, danger man. Multan Sultans on top. Leg spinners doing the job.
It was a good delivery. It was a sensational delivery because he got a little bit of drift and it spun as well. And he's a danger. Still an excellent cricketer, Shahid Afridi, let me tell you that. Competitor.
Run!
There's always the strength of Multan with the spinners in the middle overs. And once Afridi gets on a roll, once he gets those wickets, well, he's as colourful as that Brighto Haynes fan of the match. You can send in your videos and become the fan of the match. Get your face painted. I'm searching for some kind of colour that suits my face. Never found one yet. But you just think that with these wickets in the middle overs, Lahore now will have to do something sensational in the last 5.
Well, you think it's down to these two now. Samit Patel and David Visa are good players. Big striker Visa, we know that. Samit Patel is a proper batsman. 2 for 17 so far. And he'll be looking for another wicket. Little googly, little smile. They want a minimum of 50 off that last 5 overs, and that'll get them close to 160, but lose wickets, they may not get to 150.
One. Keeper, Khushi.
A terrific spell from Shahid Afridi. 2 for 18 off his 4. It's 115 for 5.
Like so. Okay. Here we go.
Well, the owner, Alamgir Green, looking on. Mushibai very happy. Leg spin is on and doing the work.
Or just experience. When you look at that bench, what you see is experienced international cricketers with Mushtaq Ahmed, who played a lot in England and obviously for Pakistan and coached all around the world now. Azam Mahmood, exactly the same. Played right to the age of 40. And obviously Andy Flower, who's coached internationally, been successful T20 franchise coach as well. So a lot of experience there and a lot of planning.
So Mushi, Azhar Mahmood, Mark Butcher.
Very well bowled. Very well
Same
bowled.
county.
Very well bowled.
Surrey, yes.
Come on, Imran bhai.
Mushi and Azhar Mahmood, they were played
Come on, Imran bhai.
in that country and were brought up hard. Don't know what happened with Butch.
Very well bowled. Very well bowled. Very well bowled.
Sakli Mushtaq as well, don't forget him, he played for Surrey as well.
Sher bhai nu jaan dena pehle.
Top all T moment.
We need something to happen now. We need some momentum shift for Lahore, some boundaries. And Imran Tahir just getting through his last over.
Kushi ball raha hai yaar.
I think both of these have said to themselves, okay, look, let's reset here. Partnership is only in its early stages, 8 from 9. This is Imran Tahir's last over, 2 balls left. Let's see him out and then accelerate. That's what I think they're looking to do.
Almost through the inside area, it's through to the fence. Imran Tahir, well, he can't believe it. He's all over the place.
He's a passionate cricketer, you know that. Going up for the LBW, knows it's an inside edge. Don't worry, it's only 4, Imran, that's all it is. It's just a boundary, mate.
Imran bhai, acha finish, shabash.
Dot ball to end his spell. 4 overs, none for 30. It's 1, 2, 3 for 5.
It's been a magnificent comeback by Multan Sultans. They were going at around 10 in the power play session, and really to make such a grand comeback is a tough gig in T20 cricket. The middle phase, usually if you've got an established platform up front, can be difficult to handle. And so they've done it through mastery and numbers. Spin against Qalandars' middle order against Hafiz and Fakhr did yield them great results. John T, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are we looking at now till the end?
Well, let's put me on the spot straight away. Hello, Rambo. Nice to be back. Thank you. So, projected scores. Let's see. 153. Not going to be enough.
Junaid is in. Slow ball. I think they'll need a lot of variations. Smart bowling is the term really that needs to be coined with bowling.
Yeah, 9 and over. We're getting to 158. Now, if you're asking me for tips, here's a hygiene tip for you. Cool and cool. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Don't forget to wear a mask. And please, please, people, practice social distancing. So important. we can all play our part. Just like the 2 leg spinners did for Multan Sultans, they certainly played their part, kept the score really nice and tidy. But yeah, I'm thinking 158. If they get 158 from here, Qalandars have got firepower though, we do know that. But these 2 guys at the crease.
That's more like it's slow delivery, slow bouncer, shorter length. Visa struggling to read that one.
Yeah, Junaid, you spoke about him right from the front there. Junaid has good skills in T20 cricket. And that's why he's in the side.
Pepsi Ghar Pe Cricket. Post your videos on social media with the hashtag Ghar Pe Cricket and get featured in our coverage.
And that's a Shaheen Shah Afridi imitation. Yeah, my arms are too short. I can't do that.
This time it's clubbed into the gap for 4. Nice shot.
Yeah, David Visa, he does have one speed though, bat speed. Junaid needs to keep taking pace off. This is not a short delivery. Just doesn't get up anywhere around chest height. David Visa just rolls his wrist over it, helps it on its way behind square for 4. He is a clean strike. He's won a few games for his team. They're going to want to push him to push deep into the innings for them.
He bats at a critical position. Number 6, 7 are important posts in T20 cricket. If he tees off, then we're looking possibly around a 170 score. Short ball, hit hard into the gap for a run. What are you looking at from fielding point of view, John T, at this stage of the game when the pressure is on the fielders? I mean, the hands can go hard at the ball. What do you suggest?
Well, firstly, awareness, Rambo. So we know that one section of the ground is much longer than the other. So the guys on the boundary there have to come off to try and save the 2s. But when you're defending the short boundary, you've got to stick on that short boundary. You can't be too nervous. You've got to want the ball to come to you, because if you don't want to come to you, generally, that's what happens.
Time to become a hero, I guess. Making room, and that's gone through. Fielder at point will hit the fence. That's bad fielding at point. A stare, a glare from the bowler. It's Rabi Bupara, usually is a safe bet. Lets himself down.
Yeah, it was an Osaka power shot. Came off the bat pretty quickly. But Rabi Bupara, he'll be disappointed. He didn't cut that off. Riley Rousseau didn't have the pace around the boundary to cut it off either. Yes, Junaid, very disappointed. Not a bad delivery at all.
Cool and Cool Spirit of Cricket Award. Multan Sultans have been the gentle giants at the top of the leaderboard. Another slow ball attempted. After 17, 133 for 5. .39 for the loss of 3 in the last 30 balls. So they've controlled the proceedings quite nicely here, Multan Sultans. Sohail Tanveer coming on to bowl. Starts off with a slow bouncer. That's the way to go against someone who's looking to hit the ball a mile. Yeah, don't bowl the slot deliveries to him on the length. He can be lethal. 340 is the strike rate off the length. Need to employ your defensive skills if you're a bowling unit at this stage. No point in looking to pick wickets. It's about avoiding a 6 or a 4 at this stage. That's not a bad delivery at all. He looks gingerly at the square leg umpire. It's not a wide.
It doesn't have to be that short or that to get over Samit Patel's shoulder or his head, but again, really skillful. Samit is through the shot way before the ball even gets there, and this is why that man bowled the super over yesterday. Real skills he has. Oh, cricket's a game. Shaheen Shah Afridi. Yep, longer one. He's got a longer wingspan than me, this young man.
So here's a query for Multan Sultans. Should they allow them easy singles and just control 4s and 6s, or to put them under pressure, look for maybe a run-out chance, get your fielder in the ring? Jonty?
Well, I think at that stage, or at the stage of the game now, the fielder had the ball, people were backing up. I reckon he could have had a shot at the stumps, because take another wicket and we're deep into the tail. So yes, I'm happy for them to stay on the ring, but if the ball is hit hard to you, you got 2-3 men on the boundary on the leg side, they must be the ones backing up.
Nice delivery. Yorker laying quicker in pace as well. It's got such an awkward bowling action, so you add about 10% of difficulty quotient to it. Nice delivery, targeting the toes.
Yeah, it's been 4 fantastic deliveries, but he needs to finish the over. So far, 3 runs, just the 3 runs. It's a big over. The 18th over is always a big one in the T20 game.
Into the gap. That's gone for 4. Timely hit to the fence. Once again trying the shorter length, and this time it was the batsman who had the last laugh.
Yeah, the difference this time round, it wasn't a slower delivery. Great evasive action there at square leg. Disappointing fielding again. Aleem Dar. Whoa, Aleem Dar. Well watched, sir. Well watched. He was thinking about the next over, Aleem Dar, I think.
Those are mighty useful glasses that he's wearing. Spotted the ball early. Oh, that's hit beautifully. A bounce over the rope. Lovely batting from Samit Patel. Useful over for Lahore Qalandars. 144 for 5. Junaid is going to bowl his last over. 3 overs, 1 for 22. That's skied in the air, but safely placed. 2 runs to Visa. Sohail Tanveer in the last over, the last couple of deliveries, needlessly trying the seam-up deliveries. And twice then hit for 4. Junaid is going to follow the regular template. Go variations, slower bounces, slower Yorkers. Big shot into the gap and will find the fence. This is good batting from Lahore Qalandars. 150 comes up.
David Visa is such a dangerous batter at the death overs. He's got long levers and he uses them. He shimmies down the crease, shows his intention. Junaid pulls the length back, but David Visa using the pace, using those long arms of his, muscle the ball, brings up the 150. He is the difference between a 168 and a 175 if they can. If he can bat for the last couple of balls or last 2 overs, they can take it right up there.
I think he read it perfectly, Visa, because it's going to be slower balls. Looking at the field set, fine leg third man up in the circle. He's not going to bowl seam-up balls. That's why he advanced down the pitch, because he's never threatened by that seam-up delivery. Goes big for 6. Incredible hitting. Turning it on when it is needed. Visa in great form.
So using those long levers again to go low 6. Tell you what, 20,000 donated to a charity in this day and age. There are certainly a lot of needy people out there. And the Qalandars are a needy team. They need a few more of those. Visa again delivering, keeps the shape. Hits it nice and long, gives himself room. Watch here, watch the extension of the arms. Great lesson on how to hit 6s.
Junaid has got his captain in a bit of a spin because there's another field shift. Now you've got a long off in place. Down the track, and it goes over the keeper's head for another 4. So nothing is working for Junaid and co. Under heavy artillery fire here, Visa is batting beautifully. That run rate has jumped from 7.5 to 8.5.
Yeah, I think the biggest danger here for Multan Sultans is that even though they'll be happy with, say, chasing a 170, especially with the start that the Qalandars got. You look at those towers there, they are now, thanks to David Visa, they're reaching the ceiling. But the danger, though, is that Qalandars are taking in the momentum into the break, where Multan Sultans could say, okay, so we were happy to chase 170 with the start that they had.
Another 4 on the pads. Runs are leaking, boundaries are leaking. Visa has got a smile on his face. Junaid has lost a partnership of 49 of 27 balls.
Yeah, he just doesn't know where to bowl to David Visa. Junaid trying to cramp him, not give him any room or any width. But it's short, it's on the leg stump, and it's been helped on its way by David Visa. He is loving this over. 20 gone already from it. Still a ball to go.
Should he have kept a spinner up his sleeve, a regular spinner up his sleeve in the death part of the innings, Shan Masood? Because this ain't working now. Play and a miss, slow ball to end the over, but damage has been done. Big over for Qalandars, 164 for 5. Last 3 overs have yielded 41 runs for Lahore Qalandars. Just not been able to knit tight deliveries together. A little spasmodic, inconsistent with where they pitch the ball, and these two have taken a toll, especially Visa on 35 from just 18 balls.
Yeah, David Visa has rescued this innings for Lahore Qalandars. They looked like they were stuttering towards 150, and he's powered it through. Ben Dunk came and went really quickly, only got his 3, but Visa is getting them close to 170, 180.
Oh, almost got bit of Summit in his straight drive at the non-striker's end. Bit of an apology.
Summit's a little guy, but he was trying to make himself as small as possible here. He's done really well. He's done really well. He's gone tortoise and tucked himself into the shell.
His eyes were closed. Bit of sword fighting from him at the non-striker's end. He's on strike now. And into the gap. That is muscled. Remarkable batting from these two, because Qalandars were struggling to get to 160, but now looking great, and now 170 for the loss of 5.
Yeah, what I like here, even though he shimmied down the wicket, he still kept his shape with the pull. He hasn't tried to overhit it. He knows his outfield is really fast. Samir Patel has just put it in the gap, but he stayed nice and steady, even though he's advancing down the wicket. If that's not a contradiction in terms, I don't know what is.
Over 5,000 T20 runs now for Samit Patel. Very useful career he's had. Big shot. This should be taken. Shan Masood will take it quite easily in the end. So Samit Patel has been removed from the scene, but he's done some damage to Multan Sultans with his big hitting. 26 he got off 16 with a strike rate of 162. Extremely well played. Just been told that the umpire wants to see where the front foot landed. Is it behind the crease? Yeah, it's all right. That heel is touching the box. Patel gone for 26 of just 16, 170 for 6. Faizan is at the non-striker's end. Oh, that's massive. That really is Herculean hit. Well, let's have a look at the HBL 6 counter. David Visa has absolutely nailed it. 376 hits over the fence.
Here it's a change of pace at the back of his hand, but we've said that length, his strike rate's over 340, and you can see why. He's rocked back in the crease, used those long levers, and he has smashed that into the vacant stadium.
88m6. Shan Masood wants this to finish right now. 1 ball left in the innings, 176 for 6. Do they have the firepower to chase down the score in an eliminator, which has extra pressure? Oh, no need to run for that one. That's gone. That is out of here. What a finish to the innings. David Visa with a magnificent run of play. 6s and 4s and a strike rate of 228.
So has he done enough to take his team towards their first final? He played superbly. An expensive last over again, going for 18, 20 the one before. David Visa, a superb superb knock, taking his team to a very defendable total, bearing in mind that there is dew in the latter part of the evening. These guys knew, Lahore Qalandars, that they needed a good score because it's going to be tough to defend if the dew plays a pass. Long levers, out the park, David Visa, you beauty.
Last 2 overs, 38 runs scored by Qalandars. It's been a kind of a carnage. And the innings flew in the end part of the innings.